All right, guys. So after seeing Shazam, I've been having this question. Shazam versus Captain Marvel, or should I say, the original Captain Marvel versus Miss Marvel. So, who you think in the movie universe will win the fight? And we're just specifically talking about the movie universe. I know that Death Battle had their alternate universes, all or whatever the best versions of themselves.
Comics,
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah.
essentially, yeah, that versions of themselves. So we're just discussing based off what we saw in Captain Marvel, her movie, and Shazam's movie. Who would you think would win the fight? So I'll start you off with Scott. Who you think would win?
Man, that's a hard question to be honest. Like, I feel like I feel like waiting to see what Captain Marvel can do in Avengers, but if it's just based off of their own movies, I'd have to give it to Captain Marvel. I feel just because she was able to like fly around like super fast and basically she couldn't really be touched by anyone. She was just completely invulnerable. And in Shazam's movie, we see that when he got punched, he was already bleeding like by the villain.
Yeah.
So yeah, just based off of that, I feel like I have to give it to Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I think that, like, as much as I like the general character of Shazam more than Captain Marvel, I feel like based off of what we've seen, that if you were to like pit them up against each other, Captain Marvel would probably win. For a couple of reasons. I think that, like, so Shazam, we have to take into account the fact that he's still pretty immature, and he's like demonstrated his immaturity in the movie, and it's he needed help. Basically, he needed help from a lot of people who were like as powered as he was to battle the villain, which is fine. But based on like in Captain Marvel, like I have my own issues with how Captain Marvel was dealing with her villains, but she really didn't need that much help. She like the thing about Captain Marvel and her fighting is that like it was weird that she would blast somebody and then they would just get right back up. like it was like she would blast them and it wouldn't kill them, and I'm like, how are you supposed to be the most powerful like Avenger if when you hit people they just get right back up? And like they were just the aliens. Like they weren't super powered people, they were just normal aliens. And so I'm like, okay, I get that they're stronger than normal humans, but still, like if you're this powerful, you should be able to knock him down once and that should be it. So I think that's the only thing that I might that's the only thing that maybe I would give the power advantage to Shazam's lightning over Captain Marvel's lasers. But Captain Marvel, she was she was a pilot, she was a soldier, she has experience of a grown person, and somehow she is like the same, she looks the same after like 30 years in Avengers. So I don't know how old she is supposed to be, but she's got way more experience than Shazam at this point. And if they were to fight, I'm sure that she would probably be able to take him on experience alone.
Yeah. Well, first of all, OC, those aren't any ordinary aliens. Those are Manekians. So let's get that right. So
Manekians.
Yeah, where Piccolo is from Dragon Ball Z.
Namex?
Yeah, they call them the Manekians. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Okay.
But whatever.
Okay.
But let's ignore that side fact. Yeah, I definitely agree with you guys. I like, that's kind of the reason why I put movie version versus comic book version. Not that I want Miss Marvel, that's what I'm call her, to win. But the reality of the fact is that, yeah, I agree that she just has a lot more experience. And then I feel like most of the time Billy would be running away and be like, don't fight me, don't fight me, don't fight me. And she just would whatever not be able to. And not able to. She would finish the job. But I can see sort of a thing where like Billy turns into a kid and then maybe she just stops for a second. Then he comes back and she's like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah,
so,
well,
but
if it's a death battle, then they have to kill each other. So
well, if it's a death battle, that's where I think that because I wasn't going for a death battle because there's already death battle already did that.
Yeah, but
Like, it
I
was-
mean, like, if they're fighting to the death, like, they have no choice but to fight to the death. Because obviously,
Yeah.
there's no circumstance, unless one of them becomes evil, where they would actually want to kill each other, you know?
yeah.
So,
So yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, definitely death battle. Although if it was a death battle, I still feel like because of Billy's abilities, I feel like I still feel like he would win there in that case, just because I just feel like the magic, the magic of Shazam, and not to mention with all his like homies that can just come in the middle of nowhere of the fight, would have some sort of they'll like his like for example, he has that my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting his roommate,
Freddy?
that kid. Yeah, that kid, for example, he knows so much superhero lore.
Yeah, but
I feel like if they
he's
all
not
fought
allowed.
together,
He's not allowed to be there, right? That's
yeah, but that's assuming if they went for a death battle, because I feel like if it's a death battle and he knowing the way this movie is acting, he would try to get his friends or his cousins or something.
yeah. But then you can say Captain Marvel can try to call Nick Fury or Iron Man. That it gets a little
but
weird.
see,
like I think we should just single them out.
Yeah, that's if we're assuming they were going for death battle, but that's why I didn't choose for a death battle. I just said fight. So as normal platonic, just fight each other. Captain Marvel for sure would. I do agree that she would just kick butt just because of her experience, and that's where and Billy would kind of just run away, and it'd be kind of a funny fight, but also it'd be I'd still think it'd be interesting to see his magic against her supernatural abilities.